On the day the spring transfer portal opens up for business, Nico Iamaleava is headed to Westwood. He's going to be a UCLA Bruin. What do we think about this? Is this a good move for Nico? Is this good for UCLA? Because you're inviting in Nico Iamaleava, a five-star talent. Also have to believe there's some other stuff that comes with it. We'll break all of it down. So if you're a college football sicko, spring portal just opened up. Get locked in here, man. All the top coverage over here on the On3 YouTube channel from Pete Nakos, who's probably behind me in the war room, just dialing up some more intel for you. We got Steve Wiltfong here giving us a ton of intel. So make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button to get all the latest around the portal and around college football. Appreciate y'all in advance for doing that. So this started to bubble up really in the last hour or so here on this fine Wednesday afternoon. And Colin Cowherd puts out a tweet and says, hey, I'm hearing that Nico Iamaleava is going to be headed to UCLA. Family insists that it's not a money thing. It's about the Tennessee offense. And then, of course, you get the alert from the On3 Twitter account not that long ago that it is, of course, going to happen. You got Nico headed to UCLA. Let's start here, though, man. You can't tell me it's not about money. You can't tell me it's not about money. You can't tell me it's raining while my leg is moist from another liquid. All right? You can't tell me that. All right? So we're talking about this whole thing being about money for why you're leaving Tennessee. It's about money for why you're going somewhere else. And that's okay, man. I'm here for it. Make your money. But understand now, when you act with that motivation, there's other things that come with that. And that's a big reason why he's no longer at Tennessee, because Tennessee didn't want to play ball in that way, which I don't think there's any fault for Tennessee in that way. In fact, we have our own opinion on that. But aside from money, I actually think this is probably the best case scenario given an unkind situation for both Nico Iamaleava and for UCLA. If you're Nico, think about the other schools we were mentioning in connection to him, like G5 schools. Going from the SEC to a lower level, like if you're Nico, dog, you still get to play in one of the best conferences in college football in a situation where it looked like over the course of the last 24 hours, like we didn't know where you were going to land, bro. We didn't know what the market was for you. So in some ways, this is like best case scenario for Nico. You're playing in the Big Ten Conference. I think the best conference in college football. Now, if you're UCLA, you got a five-star talent at quarterback when your offense was abysmal last year. So I don't know the finances of all this. I'm sure that'll start to become more public here as this thing progresses would be my guess. I'll say this. I have a very difficult time believing. Again, if a report comes out after this that's proving this, then so be it. Based on how things were trending, I have a difficult time believing that Nico Iamaleava got the $4 million asking price that he was going for from Tennessee. Just my 2 cents on this. If I'm Nico, though, man, like this is great. This is great. You ended up at a Big Ten school. You're back closer to home. Personally, I sincerely hope that Nico Iamaleava balls out, dude. I hope he does. Now, he still has to win the job because Joey Aguilar, also there, transferring over from App State, had himself a good career as well. But if you're Nico, you get to work with A1 Tino Sinceri. Check this out. Stats by Cato. Cato produced the hard count. We got Tino Sinceri just doing some portal magic with the previous quarterbacks that he's worked with. The last 3 seasons, first-year portal quarterbacks, all in his system, have had massive success. North of 30 total touchdowns for all 3 of those guys. Most recently, Curtis Rourke transferring in from Ohio to Indiana. Does Goodwill Hunting numbers. I mean, over 3,000 pass yards. He was up for Maxwell and Walter Camp as a semifinalist. Like, you hear what I'm saying. You can walk into a system with Tino Sinceri, the quarterback's coach for UCLA, and have a lot of success. Okay, that sniper mentality he puts in his bio, I think that's a real thing. And if you put sniper mentality in your bio in general, that just tells me a lot about how you operate as a coach, as a human being. So with that being said, now for Nico, you got a chance. You're not ending up at a G5 school. You're not ending up somewhere outside of the top 2 conferences in college football. In a lot of ways, this is kind of like your second chance at this thing, dude. I hope so much for him, just as a human being, that he balls the heck out and that we think about this for him at the end of his college career and say, oh, yeah, that was kind of crazy. But gosh, man, he took a tough situation with the advice he got from his counsel and from people in his life, and he just brushed all that off, rose above it, had a great career at UCLA. Now he's going to go have a great career on Sundays. That only happens for Nico if he's able to take control of his career. Hear me very clearly. Nico is in this situation not because of the NCAA, not because of the lack of regulation on NIL, not because of his counsel or his camp or whatever. Nico is in this situation because of Nico. It is nobody's fault but Nico Iamaleava that he was not there on Friday for that practice and Tennessee moved on, period. Now, did he get bad advice? Sure. Should there be more regulation around NIL? Of course. Is the NCAA a joke with how this whole thing came to be? Absolutely. But guess what, dude? If Nico shows up at practice on Friday for Tennessee, we're not having this discussion. He never ends up in the portal, is my guess on this thing. So, Nico, take control of your career, brother. You got 5-star tools, man. There's a reason why you were what you were as a prospect. I hope he balls out, but I'll tell you this. If he doesn't do that, if he doesn't take this upon himself to exercise what we call the no muscle, saying no to things that he believes aren't good for him or good for his career, and takes ownership, I mean, what's stopping this from happening again? Well, what's stopping Nico from ending up in the portal this time next year? So, again, I wish the best for him. I think that the whole thing at Tennessee, I'd be wildly surprised if that was a Nico-driven decision/situation to ask for more money. Can't tell me this is about the Tennessee offense as to why he's in the portal, man. I mean, Joe Milton ended up in the NFL. Hen Hooker ended up in the NFL. You can't tell me if you're talking about Nico and his next stop was about the Tennessee offense. Like, miss me with that. That's not the case. Good for Nico, playing Power 4 college football in the Big Ten. Good for UCLA. Got a 5-star quarterback. Nico, let's go make it happen now, brother. Rooting for you. All right? Hey, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Cato on the ones and on the twos. We're going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.